Hello again, Daryl Smith from South Dakota. You probably already know that I've written 2 books. They're a collection of true stories and that I have lived, that Glenda and I have lived. Today I'm going to tell you a little story called Two Out. My maternal grandmother, Ethel Williamson Rhodes, lived a hard life on a small farm in West Tennessee. She raised 7 kids and shouldered the responsibility of keeping food on the table and raising those kids. My grandpa, we called him Papa Rhodes, was not interested in the hard work that was required on the small farm. He thought, or he deemed himself a doctor and claims to have created a cure for cancer. So when people around the area heard of him and contracted cancer, they would ask him to come over and he would live with those folks while he treated the patient. When Papa died, Mama Rhodes wanted something better. So she bought a little house in Memphis, Tennessee on Linden Avenue. It was a nice area at the time, but the area declined and was eventually bought up, demolished, and a huge medical center is there today. My mother was married very young and was also living a hard life. And one of her fun things to do in life was to travel the 20 miles or so down to visit her mother in Memphis. On some of these visits, my dad would mysteriously disappear. He did it more than once. We finally learned that he was attending a baseball game. The Memphis Chicks played their game at the Russwood Stadium, which was within walking distance. This was a minor league baseball team, but they played pretty good brand of baseball. After he was found out, he allowed some of us to go to the games with him on occasion. And it was a big deal for farm kids. The manicured grass and fields, the crowd, and the playing was great fun. One day, he and I went, and he always liked to sit on the third base side, and a man also sat in the same area. And every time we went, I went several games, but every time that man was there. Well, he drank beer, and he probably drank more than he should have. But once the beer started taking effect, he started yelling, let him hit, Luke. Let him hit, Luke. And he would just shout this, and not once or twice, but during the whole game. Anyway, another happening, this one day, the row of seats right in front of us, there were 3 couples there, and they were drinking beer too. And they had enough beer that one of the guys thought it would be great fun to have one of the girls take off her bra right there in the crowd, in the stadium. I was just 10 years old, and I kind of lost interest in the game. I knew something important was happening. So I don't know who won or lost the game. Well, this lady decided didn't want to do that, and she declined. But as the beer flowed, and this man used every argument he could come up with to get her to try this feat right there in the game, she finally agreed. To this day, I don't know what movements are required to get a bra off when leaving the blouse in place. But she wiggled this way and squirmed that way, and all at once pulled the bra through the sleeveless armhole of her blouse. The man who had been trying to get her to do that stood up, faced the crowd, and in a loud voice held up 2 fingers and said, 2 out, 2 out. For many years after that, I played baseball on a lot of different teams. I wasn't very good, I don't think, but I loved the game and I loved to play. I always played the infield. And as after the making 2 outs, after the second out in an inning, I would turn toward the outfield just to keep them informed, raise up my hand with 2 fingers and say 2 out. Those words always made me remember that warm day in Tennessee and that event. I could never resist a smile. That's it. Thank you.